Good evening. This is a meeting of the Cemetery Commission. It is August the 5th, 2019. We call the meeting to order. And we have our three members. We have Betsy Youngsmer, and we have Jean Dwinnell. We got the chair's report. Well, I don't know what time. Why did a little after 7.
I put 7:05.
Yeah. Any errors or omissions? I know Betsy wasn't there, so
No, Betsy wasn't there. It's
you think everything is in
as far
order?
as I can
Yeah.
tell, everything is there
Yeah,
that we
I don't-
said.
I think that's about it we dealt with.
Okay, so I'll make a motion then to accept the meeting minutes from July 1st, 2019, to accept them as presented.
So moved.
Betsy, I wanted to give this to you. This was the form that was filled out and signed when I had to turn over the money for the grave site.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah, that
the
goes to my folder.
transfer
Yeah.
of the funds to the town.
Okay, yeah, I saw that you did that.
All right, the only report that we have here is that we're moving along in small doses to keep the grounds as pleasant as possible. And we had a few things done last month. This month? No. Yeah, last month, right. There's a date on there. So, Betsy, do you want to give us a report? Anything to say with the treasurer?
I sold a plot to Cheryl and Raymond Dulac for $1,500. The price was raised and voted on July 24th, 2018.
Okay.
Okay, I have the paper for all of you. I didn't have any balances. I just found them in the box. I was in the hospital this afternoon, so I
Good.
didn't
Oh,
get to
you
talk
all
to
right?
her. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
it
good.
was just for testing, but
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't get back in time to pick them up. And
That's
A&B
good.
mowing was paid.
Very good.
Those are the balances that Jean gave me on the other sheets.
Yeah. Did she leave you a balance in the box?
Yes.
Yeah,
I just
okay.
picked them up now.
All right, good. All right, old business. And we met with
Okay, and this is the
the
visit
circle
one.
with the stumps. But no, we haven't moved on the Rose of Sharon, I think because of the issue about watering. In other words, he thinks now
Wait till after the
we'll just hold it off a bit longer.
On the Rose of Sharon,
Yeah.
I would like to make a comment regarding that.
Yeah.
If you look at all the plots have been laid out, and I guess since the loom's been spread, all the markers have now been gone, so it all has to be remarked. There were little wooden markers in the ground that marked out all the plots.
And he plowed over them?
Yep, and whoever did the loom spread them all over the top. We also lost all the lots with the tree planting. So I think until that has been replotted,
Okay,
I wouldn't go ahead with that until we know what's an empty space to put them in if you really want them moved.
I think that makes sense.
yeah. I think we were going to put them over on the property line, but that's okay.
I looked
We
at
can wait.
the roses and they're full of bittersweet, they're full of
They've got to be,
grapevines.
yeah, they've got to be tended to. That's another item.
Oh, does he do that?
Yeah,
Full Circle
yeah.
does all that?
Yeah. It's in the, I'll pull it out.
How does he take the poison ivy out?
You got the list of things with his quotes that he gave us. There were 3 pages.
Okay. Well, I don't have a list of that.
I don't know if I have mine with me. Let me look. Oh, I think I do.
Yeah, you did that in May. This
These-
one was in April. Here we are.
This was April, so that one's new. Betsy, you said those all got covered up when they spread new
Yes.
loom over
So
the
everything
area?
has to be replotted. I don't know if that will cost us money or not.
I just wanted to make sure I got the reason why they were covered up
Yep.
when new loom was spread.
Here we are. Yeah, there's a whole list of his quotes here.
These are what the plots look like.
Yeah, you got those out of the file? Yep. No,
So I wouldn't recommend putting those things on any
we
of the
had that,
plots.
we had this done.
Right, but see, we lost all these plots with the trees.
Yep.
So all those plots are now gone as well.
Well, they're not distinguishable. In other words, we don't know exactly where they are.
Right, so everything, is that going to cost us money to have that replotted?
We'd have to check that out.
Okay,
The-
I'll ask John.
Outfit.
This area here is what.
Yeah, all these are gone now because of the trees, so we can't sell those.
Bill Cundiff would know who to do that, because he was involved with that.
And this is Main Street.
Yep, this is Main Street and there's the carriage path. So these are all plots. And that's where all that weedage or whatever is growing.
Because we've got the copy, we've got the blueprint.
Shrubs and weeds, yeah, see?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's where all the plots are. So when John sold the Dulacs and the Rizzies, he had to replot them all. I know.
On the bottom of the page of April 11th, it says here, the rose hedge, and it gives you a quote on it. And there's
Okay.
to remove the fallen tree. There was a tree fell down in that hedge, apparently.
Remove the growth.
I didn't see that.
Well, I don't know.
That's on top of where he gives a assessment of the new trees, where he checked
I
them.
don't have any of that.
You did, because I remember you want to make, here, there's copies. You can get copies here. Let me give them to you. Because everybody had one. You got one, Jean.
Yeah, it's the 11th.
You may not
you
have it
said.
now, but I mean, you did
I
have
have the
it.
11th, yeah.
Yeah, because that's how we can make a decision on the money, see? Because it gives us the money. See, in other words, to do that is $200. So
What?
Here, pass that over so Betsy can see that. To take care of that rose hedge.
Oh, what is he gonna do to it?
What you just said.
He's gonna take it all down?
No, not the no. Clean it out.
Oh.
poison ivy, bittersweet. It's a bitch of a job.
Remove vines and wild rose.
Yeah.
So all
Well, not the rows we planted, no. We're not gonna remove the ones that we put in,
Okay.
because it's a hedge for us.
So these are just recommendations?
Yeah.
We haven't voted on these?
No,
Is that correct?
that's the amount, so, you know, everybody had a copy, so if you want to make a copy, there's more here. Here, there's the May 8th one.
I'll make a copy.
Here, there's
You
more
want these other
pages.
two also?
There's more.
There's a couple other ones, too.
Mike does have a big list, doesn't he?
Well, he
Well,
did
he's
one
got-
for each cemetery separately.
Oh, that's right.
But I think, if I remember correctly, he got some of the cemeteries a little mixed up
He did.
Yeah,
on a couple of
right.
his entries
Oh,
there.
because this one says evergreen.
Because
Oh.
the person that does the work doesn't know where he's working. Yeah.
Oh, we'll see about that.
I won't make any comment. I got
Okay, so these,
something
I guess,
here
have to
from,
go in the filing cabinet, right? These deeds or these?
no, she's gonna send them.
Oh, she's got
You
to
wanna
mail
sign?
these.
Lori came by today.
Yeah.
She wants to meet tomorrow. And this is what they want to talk about. I don't want to mix it up for you, but after the meeting.
I want to get this other person's name written down,
There
too.
you go.
So if we want to go ahead with any of this, you know? Because it gives us some kind of control about what we spend. So if you want to consider the hedge,
I'll look at it.
well, I mean, to be done, you know?
When?
Well, we've got another month, you know, we're going to meet another month. If we vote on it now, we can hopefully get it done in.
I'm not going to vote on that tonight.
Oh. So then we won't take any action on any of this?
Nope. I'll go down and look at them. I also would want to know what he uses for an herbicide, how close that is to the waterways. And those kinds of things.
So you want to review all of these recommendations?
Well, yeah,
before we
because
vote?
there's water that goes down behind there. That's where Dudley Pond, the brook goes down behind the cemetery.
Oh, all right.
And I think you have to be within 400 feet of a waterway.
I know there's some
There are some
distance
conservation rules for that.
regulations, yeah.
He may not be aware of that.
All right, so we move on. We're not going to do anything on that list. So we'll move on to, and you wanted to invite John Furno?
Yeah, I didn't talk to him.
All right, is that today or, I mean,
No, I don't know. I didn't see that until like a couple of days ago when I got the agenda. I didn't know I was supposed to ask him.
I thought that was discussed a couple months ago.
I thought that was
All right.
something that you wanted to do from the
To
meeting.
invite him to the August 5th meeting. I'll invite him for the next one.
All right, the next item is Rising Up Stones.
Yeah, I haven't done anything with that.
All right, the next item is...
Hold on, Cheryl.
Sorry.
said you're going to invite John for the September meeting.
Yeah, you want him to cut the trees? Is there trees to be cut?
Well,
I thought we decided we weren't going to do that.
Understanding was we wanted to have a conversation with him about what would be appropriate to ask him to help us with.
Oh, okay, so that's a
Rather
whole
than
different
going
subject.
to our tree
Okay,
people.
all right, I will invite him.
That's what I understood from,
Okay.
I could be wrong, but that's how I,
Well, I think, too, I think you were talking about taking trees down.
yeah, that specifically,
You
I think,
mentioned
was about
taking
taking
down.
trees
And
down.
there's no,
There's no trees to take down?
No, there's no trees
so
to
I
take
don't-
This time.
I
so
think that's-
if you want to, I don't know how you want to handle that. You want to,
Do you think we have to still
Do you
meet
want
with
him-
him then, or do you want to put that off till
We'll put that on.
another time? Okay with you, Shirley?
yep, you all set?
Yep, just let me finish writing. We decided to postpone,
Yep.
John. Okay. And nothing has been decided on the rising of the stones yet?
No,
right?
the weather hasn't been very good to be doing work like that.
And nothing on the stones, okay. And the selectmen.
Did anybody write a letter to the selectmen?
I thought
You
were.
said you were going to do it.
Oh, did I? Oh, good. I'll write a letter. Actually, I think I have something. And whether you want to read the whole thing, but it was asked, the general laws. Cemetery of 3 people, if such a board is first chosen at a meeting, then 1 member shall be elected for 1 year. And it goes on, such boards choose a chairman and a clerk. We don't normally have a treasurer. These are their duties. Lots should be made available and open to the public at all times so that they can see inside the cemetery cabinets. That should be made available to the public.
Well, I know Christine has a key.
She does.
Yeah.
She does. But yeah, in order to do that, I think we have to have a special, something special written up. I don't know.
Did I see that?
Yeah, these are from Mass General Laws. It came from the town lawyer.
Yep.
It doesn't go through the selectmen.
I wonder, is this on the town website too? Do you know by any chance?
No, it's not.
It's not.
Those are Mass General Laws.
Oh, okay. They're under Mass General Laws.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I might have read something similar to that somewhere, just doing general. Did you want to see this?
No, I've looked at them a long time ago, though.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Christine and I are working on it. Let me put it that way.
Oh, okay. on working, putting something together for that, for this, or
Yes.
for the board
Yeah,
in
'cause it has to
general?
go through a special, something on the special part of the town meeting or something.
The proposal, you mean, to
Yes.
try to increase? Okay.
Was that something we voted on? I don't see it in any of the minutes.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it was.
Okay. Because I didn't see any of the forms on any of the minutes either. And I don't know, maybe we just,
We don't ever
we don't put anything.
discuss, for instance, plots or anything like that.
Why?
No, because it's a personal issue.
But it's a public thing. Is
If you
it?
want to do it, I feel uncomfortable
Okay,
doing it.
okay.
I feel that it's somewhat a personal issue for someone to be
We won't discuss the plot.
purchasing. We can say the plot, yes, but to say that it's for Betsy Youngsmith's plot, no, I don't think that's appropriate.
Oh,
Well, because I think it's personal business.
it's public.
It is personal business. In other words, it is a family's personal business. And as long as we deal with the subject, we don't have to deal with the name of the person. We can say the party.
Correct.
The party that has purchased X number plot. But I don't think, for instance, that the town should be made aware that so-and-so's child died or husband died, and therefore they bought a plot last week, or... We've never done that.
Thank you for your opinion.
Betsy, it was.
If you want to do it, then you can do it.
I'm sorry.
It was
What?
in the June 20th minutes.
Okay.
Betsy would also like to request 2 cemetery commission positions be added. She will write up a proposal to be submitted to the selectmen.
Okay. But nothing was voted on. It wasn't voted by us to do that.
No, you had expressed an interest that you
Okay.
thought there should be more.
I didn't know if that needed a vote or not.
Well, I don't think we did a formal vote, but
agreed.
we agreed that.
Okay.
I think I had asked you, well, would you be willing to write that letter, and you said yes.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, it has to be worded correctly. That's why I asked for Christine's
Yeah.
help, because she can talk to the town. There's a lawyer involved in writing that as well.
oh, I would think anything that increased any board or
Yep.
commission would require the formal procedure, whatever it may be. Okay, so you haven't written anything yet, but you're still investigating what
Yes.
has to be done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would think town council would be involved.
Okay.
We just had that one new invoice, right, that we just gave Betsy tonight, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Any discussion about future projects?
I found this book in the drawer. Preservation Guidelines for Municipal Cemeteries.
Oh, I think I had seen that.
There
in
is a whole list of things on here that we should be doing. And
Right.
I think maybe we should do some of those things.
What is that book? What is it called, Betsy?
Preservation Guidelines for Municipally Owned Historic Burial Grounds and Cemeteries. It was written by the state,
Okay.
and I gave
Yep.
you a copy with your treasurer's report. There was a copy of what that they suggested,
Oh, okay.
which
In-
is right here. about the trees and resetting the steps.
Oh, on here.
And remove all that growth that's down there.
So this is in the backside here
Yes,
we're
there's a whole
talking.
written report. And if you want to read the entire report, I can give you one of those books if you'd like to take
I
it.
think I might have one. I think
there's-
Debbie
I
might
thought
have
there were-
given me her copy.
Oh, did she?
I
Okay.
think so. Let
Okay,
me
because
double
there's two
check.
in the,
There's two in the drawer.
yes, and they're also
There
online.
should be
They're
one
re-
for
They're in the
everyone.
state files, so you can also read it right online in the state
Right.
files. And I just think that for future projects, that maybe we should work on some of these.
Do any of them line up with what we have?
Well, he suggested we remove the volunteer growth, which would mean
Because
all.
if there's any that are on here, in other words,
Duplicating what we already have.
yeah, rather than duplication.
Resetting the
Because
walls.
we do walk the cemetery when this goes on, about every 3 years, and make recommendations about growth.
Well, for here on here.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that when he comes up with these amounts here,
Yeah.
what it will take, in other words, what looks like an obvious intrusion. Are there any that line up with some of these? So we're not having duplication, in other words.
Yes, all the stuff that
There's
he
a-
poisoned in the front of the cemetery, that was to remove the dirt. Is he gonna come back and pick all that up? Or is he just gonna leave it there?
Now, where are you talking about?
Douglas Center Cemetery, he
Yeah.
went along and
Where he did the stump
he-
grinding?
Yeah, and he also he poisoned all that right there, because it's all brown.
Yeah.
And just lying over. Does he come back and pick that all up?
Well, I think when it's finished its job,
He
yeah.
comes back and picks it all up?
Yep.
Oh, good. Yeah, it looks sad.
Well, it has to work into
I
the,
understand. I just want to know if he was
Structure.
gonna come back and pick all that debris up. Because that was, remove the dirt and organic debris in the front is listed on there. I also called 3 masons to come and look at the family plot, the Wallace plot, and the stones, and the repair of the stone wall. So I will have some quotes on doing those.
yeah, just keep Jean so she's got it on the agenda, that's all. So we know,
I had 3 people that were interested
We're
in
not-
doing that.
yeah.
Because that was on this recommendation sheet, to reset the steps and repair the gate posts, to restore the family plot edgings. He also recommends that we have a sign made for the cemetery in the front. And restore some of the ironwork.
Yeah,
And you said you had 3 different masons that were going to give you
Yes.
quotes on this?
Yes.
So I will put a little note here for myself, just to put it on next month's agenda, in case you've gotten any information back,
Okay, yep,
then we can discuss it.
yep. They said they would give them to me in writing.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yep.
all right, but if you can line up to see if there's anything that's connected,
I will.
because then there's a price, you know, $40, $3.50, $2.75. So
Okay.
we've got some handle on finances, because we don't have a lot to spend, but,
Well, we don't get our new ones until July?
right,
Right, so this goes for the whole year,
Right,
correct?
right.
Okay.
but in other words, if we want to do, you know, that's what I'm saying, a little bit every month.
Yeah, he doesn't have any stonework on here, though.
No, he doesn't do stonework.
No.
No,
I didn't think so.
no. But these issues here that are pretty modest, other than, I don't know what a serviceberry tree is. So. But I think it would look nice should we have him go ahead with that
Go ahead with what?
hedge? The hedge.
I think take the whole thing down.
Well, we paid a lot of money for those.
Well,
They were in about, I don't know, 15, 20 years
and how
ago.
much was the hedge?
We'll have to go back in the records to find out. But they were planted to delineate.
Oh, he wants $200 for that. I'll go down and look at it.
It's a very unpleasant job, as I understand.
Well, how close is it to the water?
I said to get in there with the clippers and what have you, you know? I've never been in there with my clothes.
Oh, well, I'll go down and look at it.
Make sure you've got long pants and long gloves on.
I always do.
Good, good. I'm glad.
I took all the poison ivy out on Pine Grove.
It's the thorns, too.
Oh, yeah.
So,
If I ever did that with poison ivy, I wouldn't be able to open my eyes for a month.
I know.
I'm
I don't get poison ivy.
so allergic.
well, I didn't for years and years, but now I do.
So I give you kudos for doing
So life,
that because it's,
life throws a monkey wrench at you sometimes.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so
I think we can probably move on.
yeah, I don't have anything else myself. Shirley?
No, as I said, I'd like to go ahead with the rose hedge. I think that's a reasonable rate, but if Betsy wants to wait, we can wait.
Just wants to take a look at it.
I would like to take a look at it.
Good.
Okay,
Looking for conservation? It's next door.
None of you are Marie, right?
No,
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome.
I
Yeah,
think I
'cause
got
there's a
that
report
down.
in that about some of that volunteer growth shouldn't be there at all, so.
Right, no,
Maybe
you're
we
right.
should take it all down.
Well, that's planted, those rose bushes were planted there by
Which
us.
ones?
The rose,
wild roses?
rugosa, because that was a hardy. You don't have to worry about a lot of infestation with mold and disease with those roses. They're extremely hardy. They're an old variety.
Okay, so he just takes them down by hand, he doesn't poison them?
No, they rip everything out by hand.
Oh, wow.
The poison ivy and the bittersweet
They take it out by
and the
hand.
grapevine.
Oh, okay.
They take it all out by hand, which is, as I said,
Very laborious,
I wouldn't want to
I
do
would
that.
think
I wouldn't want to do it.
very laborious, don't you think? No.
Yeah,
Oh, good. I'll look at it.
but you know, the thing about that is if we jumped it early in the year, it would be less of a job, that's all. Because the growth, especially with bittersweet is so strong and terribly invasive. So it's harder to remove, that's all.
Okay. I think we've talked about the plant life enough.
We can finish.
I have nothing else.
Yep, I don't either.
Shirley, you have anything else?
All done? All done?
All done.
Okay, well, I'll make a motion to adjourn. 7:39.
Wonderful.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank
So
you.
moved. Thank you. Good evening.